All right, we welcome today a good friend, Pastor Brian Alarid from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's a pastor there, but the reason I really am excited to talk to him, not just because he's a pastor and a good friend, but because he leads a ministry that's called America Prays. So welcome, Brian.
Randy, thank you so much. What an honor to be with you today.
Just tell us a little about America Prays, just to get our people familiar with what it is, what its purpose is, please.
Yeah, so our vision is to unite and equip 40,000 churches in 24/7 prayer for a national spiritual awakening. So the model is very simple. We ask every church to adopt a monthly day of prayer. That could be a half day or a full day. Could be a day of the month or a day of the week, so the first Friday or the 8th day of the month, and cover that day in prayer. People can pray from home, from school, from work, or come to church and pray. They can pray 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. And the idea is that, when Paul wrote the Thessalonians and he said, pray without ceasing,
right? That
was hundreds of house churches all over that region. And corporately together in West Michigan, we can cover this community in day and night prayer, unceasing prayer, as every church does their part. So it doesn't wear out any one church. Mm-hmm. And people sign up for a time slot, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 in the afternoon, pray 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. And together, all these churches are praying. We're praying for spiritual awakening. We're praying for the lost to be saved. We're praying for racial reconciliation. We're praying for the unity of the church. And together we're praying, and then God begins to unite the church. We come together for something bigger than us. So every church is doing their part, but we're praying in Jesus' name for God to transform a city, a state, our nation. And, Jesus said in John 17:21, Father, make them one. Mm-hmm. Why? What's the purpose of unity? The why is really important. Mm-hmm. And Simon Sinek said, start with why. So what's your why? The why of unity is this, so the world may believe that the Father sent Jesus. And so we believe that the most credible witness to the world that Jesus is Lord is a unified church.
Now, you don't gather in one place to do the prayer, do you? I mean, each church is kind of praying in their own way. And in fact, they don't even have to come to the church building to pray.
They can, but they don't have to, yeah. So each church is praying their own way. People are praying from home, from school, from a college dormitory. But then monthly, we want to see pastors get together for a monthly time of prayer, and then a quarterly time for pastors to come for a pastor's breakfast, or like we did yesterday, a pastor's lunch, and for inspiration, for teaching, for equipping, and then seeing pastors pray together. The power of a Reformed pastor and a Baptist pastor and a non-denominational guy, maybe a Pentecostal guy, all praying together in Jesus' name is very powerful and very unifying. So really, it's pastor-led, local church-based prayer.
So you encourage, as you said, to get pastors together at least monthly and then quarterly in a more significant way. Do you ever try to get the church bodies together as well, the congregations together?
We do. So we'll do like quarterly events, like a citywide, like in Albuquerque. We'll do a citywide prayer in Austin, Texas. They just did one like a couple days ago. Planet Shakers was there, and they did a citywide night of prayer. So we encouraged citywide nights of prayer and worship. It's powerful for pastors to get together. It's also so unifying to see members from different churches come together and worship together and lift up the name of Christ over their community and pray together. Very, very powerful. So that's also part of the model, is seeing nights of, citywide worship, citywide prayer, regional prayer, and so very unifying.
But on an ongoing basis, at a church, so I belong to, let's say, a moderate-sized church, we'll take one day a month.
1 day a month, yep.
And in our church, we'll say, okay, we'll divide this one day into 24 hours and maybe 15-minute blocks, half-hour blocks, whatever a person wants to take.
Yep.
And we cover that 24 hours as a church.
Yep.
Okay. And you've stated previously, and I kind of like it, is that typically some churches say, yeah, we're about prayer. We have 21 days of prayer or 40, whatever it is, toward the beginning of the year in January.
Yep.
And then February, we begin to look at some other things, and then Easter comes, and then summer, and blah, blah. And by December shows up, we got to get back to prayer again.
Yeah.
But this way, we keeps prayer in front of us really all through the year.
All through the year. So, making prayer part of the rhythm is how I like to say, the rhythm of the church, so that every month, on the Sunday, hey, church, remember this Thursday is our day to pray.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you to pray. If you haven't signed up for a slot, join it. So what it does is it makes it part of the rhythm of the church. So every month, prayer is a focus, not just once a year, but it's a monthly focus of the church. So it becomes part of the rhythm, part of the DNA.